peeps, welcome back to another session. How are you doing? Today, obviously we're still going through A to Z. We are nearly there, okay? We've only got to the end of this week. We are on V for Violator. I also call this a tail sit straddle, okay? So I am going to show you what this move looks like and then break it down, show you what you can do as a beginner and build upon it, okay? So I'll show you and then I'll break it down. Okay, so that is Violator. So what we're going to do is you want to start off with what I call a basic martini. So that is a sit-in position with yourself tilted and your legs up. You really need to focus on getting the legs up so we can push the butt cheek in. Now with this one in particular, with this one, you kind of start off with a wrist seat, okay? So we do, I'll show you all like the steps if you like. So we're gonna go into a basic martini. So from here, I would lift up, my hands come down, and then I squeeze my knees together and then can bend one leg. I'm lifting up my chest, and then I can bend and straighten the other, okay? This is what I call a basic martini, and it's what I would get beginners to work on first, because what we need to understand is the legs have to go up and the butt has to be pushed in. And the more we can pull with the arms, the more less we're rounded here, so pull the shoulders back. So you have a nice flat back and your legs are nice and high in that V position, you're gonna find that you get a much better grip, okay? So understanding and getting that nailed first is gonna be really important. The next thing is getting your knees towards your shoulders. So this will come down to your wrist seat, which is at the top end of your beginner. So same thing, still going into your basic martini, knees are up, legs are straight, but we're going to take one hand underneath, okay? So from here, tilt, hands down, legs are up. Then I'm going to place one hand underneath, still lift up the chest. I'm going to bend the legs and bring my knees to my shoulders and then straighten the legs, okay? So wrist seat, cross your legs over, release the hands and pull up. So still getting that tilt, you should start to feel that the butt cheek is going onto the pole, which is going to prep you for your Violator. So once you've got comfortable with the legs up enough, now I think the most common mistake is that people don't bring their legs past the pole. They end up being like here. So what I mean by that, I'll show you. So I keep seeing a lot of people that don't bring their legs up, they get their hand underneath and then they're like this, okay? So you really want to get the knees towards your shoulders and legs up, okay? So you really want to work on that position first, because if you try and do Violator with your legs like that, you're just going to slide off, okay? So the next thing, of course, with all these, I'm using silicone pole, as you guys know, so it's super grippy, so hence why I can grip in my leggings. What you'll want to do if you're using a normal metal finished pole is just to make sure you get your butt cheek out, okay? So you've got your shorts on, whip that butt cheek out, okay? The more skin grip you have on the pole, the better this is going to be, okay? If you try and do this move with your clothes on, okay, with your shorts on, and your shorts touch the pole, you're likely going to just slide down. So make sure you've got enough skin grip exposed. So as long as you're happy with your basic martini and your wrist seat, okay? Like I said, the most important thing is we get the legs up and we push the booty in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to exaggerate more the tilt, because with a basic martini, also we're still squeezing the legs on the pole. With your wrist seat, we've basically got a hand underneath, so we've got our wrist support. With a Violator, there's no support. You have to be making sure you're pushing in with the butt. Another extra tip for you, don't have the hands too high. Again, if your hands are too high, it's not as easy to bring the legs past the pole, and then again, you're going to slide off, okay? So the more you can lean back, the more the legs are towards you, the better. So we're going to go, again, I'm going to face you this time so you can actually see the position of where the pole sits on my butt cheek, and just imagine, right, that's why you've got to get your shorts up your butt to get that skin grip exposed. So I'm going to go into a seat. Okay, I'm going to tilt, I'm going to bring my hands down around chest level, I'm going to lift the legs up, and as I lift, I'm pushing the butt cheek into the pole, and then from here, I'm going to widen the legs and bring the toes past my shoulders, and as I pull on the pole, I lift up my chest, okay? Cross the legs back over, pull up, and then you can come back down. So I'll show you again, but I'll show you a slight angle so you can see again. So everything is to do with getting this butt cheek on. You can also tuck the knees as well. Sometimes tucking the knees can help you because it's a smaller, can't think of the right word, but you're in a smaller position so you feel a bit more stable to begin with, and then you can straighten. It's completely up to you. So I'll show you that. So again, basic martini. Tilt, hands down, chest level, legs are up. So from here, my butt cheek is on, bend the knees, and then you can straighten, try not to round like this. Try and lift the chest up, pulling the shoulders back. Okay, cross the legs, keep them high, and then you can pull up. Yeah, so that's Violator. That is Violator. Of course, there's some things that you can work on, straddle folds for one of them, okay? So making sure that you've done a really good warm-up, some active, I can't get words out today. I was going to say organic. Organic's not the right word. What's the word? Not passive, not active. Like when you do your kicking your legs in your warm-up, okay? So more not static stretches, okay? So in a warm-up, you don't want to work on static stretches, okay? Dynamic, there we go. God, we'll get there eventually. So dynamic stretches is what you want to do in the warm-up to help you get a little bit more bendy. And of course we can work on our straddle folds as well because that's basically what we're doing, but we're in more of an inverted position because we're leaning back. So legs super wide, okay, and we can fold forward. So you want to think about tailbone up, and we're going to lead with the belly button forwards. So I'm going to reach forwards and I'm going to bring my belly button down. I'm going to push the heels into the floor, push the back of my knees down as I bring my belly button down, come up, bring yourself down, come up, keep the back straight, okay? So again, we're closing the gap between our belly and the floor. If you lead with your head, you create more of a gap, okay? So always think about being tall and leading with the belly button. You might find that you are nowhere near getting low, but just working on this position. It will come, but you've got to go with the right technique, okay? And then you can do a little bit more movement. You can work on leg lifts as well. So active work to help build your strength as well as flexibility. Obviously, do both legs. You can do them together, okay? Really great at strengthening those quads and hip flexors to bring those legs past as well, and also it works on your hamstrings as well, okay? So those would be my favourites to do to be able to help you work on this move, okay? So that was a super speedy tutorial, if you like. Quite quickly going through it because I don't want to bore you to death. But if you want to learn more, if you think we can help you, obviously please reach out. We'll let you know what you may need to help you reach your goals. If you're confused, don't know where to begin, we are a home studio, okay, an online studio, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. So hopefully you find this helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know if you've done this move before or what stage you're at, what you're working at. You're working on your basic martini or your wrist seat. Wrist seat's also known as Hello Boys, by the way, or whether you're doing Violator, tail sit straddle, okay? Let me know. Hopefully this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.